Getting ready for the final race on this Monday's card. Another upset as it was Gimme the Money able to pull off that upset with Koa and Lissessi. That one in perfect position. CJ's Grand Slam not quite able to get the 6 furlong distance. Looked like the way he took over was going to go on with it, but that one not quite getting there. We did have a spill. Find out the happened to Jose Baez. He looked to be okay. We just hope the best for him. As did have a little spill right at the beginning of that race with Mommy's Jewel. We look at the last, and this one came up pretty competitive. Got a bulky field of 10 horses, and it came up relatively tough for the 11-9 level. You got a few drop downs in here, a couple horses in good form. It's a split condition, non-winners of a race since the date, or never won for a lifetime. Got some solid horses battling it out in this race. No real clear-cut horse that looks to be better than these horses. I did think Lady Jean had a little more credentials than some of these, facing a lot tougher horses over the summer at Laurel. Tried Delaware competition last time. Not that badly beaten against the 12-5s there, but most of his best efforts are on the turf, but he does have 5 wins on the dirt and some numbers on the dirt that would still beat these. So class-wise, Lady Jean would have the advantage on these. Does have a full Lady J, who was second in a grade 3, so got a lot going for him here. He's had a lot of starts with only 6 wins and 41 starts, but most of those starts against tougher competition. He'll face Finger Lakes competition for the first time. Logical horse in here. He's at odds of 3-1. Thought for a long shot, the 7 Lady Jean, Sweet Invasion, might have a shot, even though he's in for the 4 lifetime. You draw a line through her last race. And you got to consider her. She came off a victory over stablemate Amore Fire in her prior start. Lady Quinn, who finished 3rd, she just looked good winning the other day, last week. So why not Sweet Invasion? Her numbers before that race were good. It's just, can you forgive that last start where she finished off the board? But Sweet Invasion shortening up today to 5.5. She does have a win at the distance and maybe a good long shot to use here in the last race. She's at big odds right now. The 2 is Betty Smile. Betty Smile getting some play at 4-1. She takes a drop in class after running against some tougher allowance horses. Yeah, she ran into Toolcat just a couple starts back in May, but she's coming off a layoff. She's been off since May, but she certainly has the credentials, and she also has some good works for her return. So she's another one to consider in here. Thought she'd be a little bit of a price, but right now early she's at odds of 4-1. The 3 horse is Sabrine. Sabrine had a pretty good season last year, excellent season last year, where she was a 5-time winner in 2022. She's yet to hit the winner's circle this year. She just doesn't seem to be the same horse running as well as last year. She did have a little bit of an excuse last time. She wasn't going to win anyway, but she would have been closer. So give her a chance to be in the number in here with her best effort. And she is getting some action at odds of 7-1. But it is a pretty good group here for the last. I mean, Isle Storm takes a drop in class. She's a price. Sassy Melissa, the 10 horse, she takes a drop in class. She's got a tough post in here from the outside. Then you got Boxton and Board, who's won 3 in a row. But she's stepping up in class, so she'll be tested going to the 11-9. So pretty solid field for an 11-9 race. Probably as good an 11-9 race as you'll get for this condition. Exacta, Trifecta, and Superfecta is offered in the last race on today's card.
10 fillies and mares in the Monday nightcap sprinting, 5.5 furlongs, 3-year-olds and up, claimers 11-9, non-winners of a race since April 9th. They're non-winners of 4 races. Emmanuel Di Diego, New Jockey 8, Lady Jean. Here's the group 1, Bayou Melody, Kevin Navarro, John Buckley, and Windy Leaf Farm looking for triples. Who is Betty Smile, Joel Cruz. Cruzy's looking for 2. 3 is Sabrine, Louis Perez. 3 and 4 both 1 pound over. The 4 in traffic, Heeman Harkey. 5 is Isle Storm, Nazario Alvarado. 6 is Flattery's Music, Rafael Rohina Jr. and Mike Sabine looking for doubles. Got there earlier with Drossel Diem. 7 is Sweet Invasion, Kay Bracoa looking for 3, looking to sweep the late double. 1 of 2 for Jim Aquilano. 3 and 7 the stablemates. 8 is Lady Jean, Emmanuel Di Diego looking for a riding double. He picks up the mount. 9 is Boxed In and Board, gunning for 4 in a row, John Davila Jr. And the 10 is Sassy Melissa with Jackie Davis. Very competitive nightcap. Look at the board. The 8, Lady Jean, at 4-1, and she's the favorite. Save the best for last. The best wagering opportunity on the Monday card, the nightcap, in a little more than a couple of minutes. All right, the pick 5 is covered. The good news is nobody's alive in our pick 6, so we have a nice 2-day carryover into the Tuesday program, $3,366.07. FingerLakesGaming.com. Click on the racing tab and scroll on down to free digital program. All sorts of free programs, all sorts of great information on our website. Lake's Lucky Picks, great statistics, free programs, digital programs. They should be up about 6 o'clock. All right, one more race to talk about, a very competitive nightcap. 3, Sabrine will be my top pick. I usually like to stick with horses. Didn't stick with that in the 7th. I believe I gave Gimme the Money out on the 11th of September. Didn't come back with them. Not going to get fooled here in the nightcap with 3, Sabrine, because I gave her out as my top pick on the 26th of September. You know, she was closing. It says she was blocked at the 16th. I watched the replay. Block's a strong word. She just kind of had really nowhere to go, but it was like more of her momentum just kind of got stalled, and Louis Perez just wasn't persevering on her as much as you would have liked, perhaps, because just wasn't really anywhere to go. Blocked, I'm not really sure if that's the right word, but nonetheless, she just didn't have anywhere to go along the inside, so perhaps she was blocked. I guess I'm reading more into it, but she's a good runner. She ran some big races last year. I liked her race 2 back. I thought that race was going to shape her up nicely for the 26th of September affair. I'll come back with her. Looks like there is some pace. You get Isle Storm and Flattery's Music. Throw in a few others like Boxed In and Board. Who else might go? It could shape up nicely for Sabrine. Both her and In Traffic come out of the same race, and I think they both have big looks. 2, Betty Smile. Boy, her best races make her competitive in this spot. She's already won the first state bred. That was back in October of last season. 2023 has not really gone well for her. She's been given ample time off. She drops in significantly. It's not like they're giving up on her, though, completely. She hasn't been slammed all the way to the bottom for 5, so I find that somewhat encouraging. Decent work. I like the work on the 14th of September, like the workout on the 23rd of September. Even the most recent drill, 35-1. You know, Betty Smile, her best races make her competitive. She could get a nice stalking inside trip. 5, Isle Storm ran some big races last year, ran a couple of solid races for $11,000. She was able to win the state bred. She's a pretty nice mare. She hasn't run much this year as far as her best races, but she's dropping into a favorable level. She was very dangerous when she was in for 11 last year. I'll give her a little bit of a look inside speed. And then you get the 4 In Traffic. I've been preaching all season long. You want horses closing into soft paces. Well, that was her. You know, and if you look at all of her races, especially her last 3, she's been closing into some nice, she's been closing nicely. 2 back, she made up a lot of ground when she got a good pace to chase after. Last time she made up over 5 lengths in the final quarter of a mile into a 47-2. I think she's worth a little bit of a look at a big price. This race is very contentious. You could talk about them all. The 6 has a look. 7, 8, 9, and 10, all with looks. A very competitive nightcap. Even the 1 Bayou Melody stepping up in class for a good outfit. That's a vote of confidence, that's for sure. Very competitive nightcap. 3, Sabrine, my top selection. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. First post at 1:15. nearing the gate. It's post time for our Monday nightcap. Good sized field of 10, wide open wagering event. Betty Smile and Lady Jean 7-2. Sabrine and Sassy Melissa are both 5-1. Boxton and Board 6-1. Very contentious from top to bottom. There's In Traffic. First four are situated. Up next will be Isle Storm. Almost in with Isle Storm. Lady Jean now the favorite at 3-1. Betty Smiles 4-1 in the wagering. Then Sabrine 5-1. Just not quite all the way in there with Isle Storm. 5-year-old mare's got a powerful engine and they can't seem to get her all the way in. Gonna back her out. Now Sabrine's acting up. Gonna try it again with Isle Storm. All right, Isle Storm is situated. There's Lady Jean. Flattery's Music. Mike Sabine and Rafael Rohina Jr. already got there with Russell Diem at a big number. Here's Sweet Invasion. Lady Jean is in. Boxton and Board gunning for 4 in a row, and Sassy Melissa. So it's Lady Jean at 3-1. She's the favorite here in a very contentious Monday nightcap at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. Ready for the fillies and mares. Well, not quite. Sabrine continues to act up. Sabrine still acting up. Louis Perez out of the saddle. All right, starter Jeff LaRue's back on the button, just about ready for the nightcap. And there they go. Flattery's Music is quickly into stride with Boxton and Board and Isle Storm. Bayou Melody showing pace with Betty Smile. Lady Jean's forwardly placed in. Sweet Invasion. In Traffic is third last. Sassy Melissa second last, and Sabrine's at the back. And Isle Storm makes the pace, and she has almost a length advantage to Flattery's Music and Lady Jean's 3 deep. Boxton and Board is 4 wide. Betty Smile with that inside stocking trip, claiming the 4th spot, 3 to find at the 3/8. It's a break of 3 lengths to Bayou Melody, who's closing in within Traffic. They get away from Sweet Invasion. Sabrine's trying to pick up her best stride inside of Sassy Melissa. In the meantime, Flattery's Music comes away with the lead. Isle Storm fighting for second with Lady Jean. Betty Smiles trying to re-rally along the inside. Bayou Melody has a little bit of a look, getting within 4 lengths near the 8th pole. Flattery's Music has the lead in deep stretch. Lady Jean's chasing her all the way to the wire. Here comes Lady Jean after Flattery's Music, who's getting a little tired. Flattery's Music and Lady Jean. Flattery's Music and Lady Jean. Flattery's Music. I think she hung on. It's tight. Lady Jean made a good late lunge. In third, Bayou Melody. Farther back, Isle Storm and In Traffic. 1 minute 5 and 90/100ths. Rafael Rohina Jr. and Mike Sabine trying to post another upset. Flattery's Music got the first over on Isle Storm. A Lady Jean was relentless to the outside. This one got pretty tight on the line. Inside wins a lot of photos here at Finger Lakes. We will see if Flattery's Music was able to hang on. 6 and 8 in a photo. 6 Flattery's Music with the lead. Lady Jean coming at her with one, a late lunge. Oh, pretty tight on the line. Photo will determine the winner. Six Flattery's Music first. Second to the 8 Lady Jean. Third place 1 Bayou Melody. Fourth place 4 In Traffic. And the nightcap is official. There's the 6 Flattery's Music making her way into the winner's circle. She's a 4-year-old chestnut filly by McLean's Music out of the dam. Flattery will get you. Mike Sabine owns and trains. A double for Mr. Mike Sabine. A double for Rafael Rohina Jr. Winner was bred in New York by Everything's Cricket Racing. And the nightcap is official. 6814. The late double 76. A big late double $236. 68 exacta from the nightcap $85. 681 trifecta $104.12. 10-cent super 6814 $98.80. 176. Late pick $372.80. Late pick 4 combinations $417.25. Look at the big payer, the pick 5, the Monday pick 5. Bookended by Sabine and Rohina Jr. $6,144. Nobody with 6 in our pick 6. 5 out of 6, $184. A carryover into the Tuesday card, $3,366.07. And don't forget, we have free programs online, fingerlakesgaming.com. Click on the racing tab and scroll on down to free digital program. Should be up around 6 o'clock. 1:15 first post tomorrow. Sure hope you had a great Monday when leaving the track. Please drive very carefully. This has been Racing from Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. Good night, everyone.